Go.
Alright, Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here every week and try to wake up these fools from their sleep. Alright, try to wake up the elect. Alright, you know, I'm kind of being sarcastic. But I want to say, Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kodash. You know, Ma'amah, double honor to the elder apostles of GMS, and Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. The topic we're going to go into today is dealing with the URIM and the THUMMIN. Alright? Because the scriptures say, we will not eat of the holy thing until there arose a priest with URIM and THUMMIN. And today, the priest that bear that URIM and THUMMIN, it started with Abba Bivens. From Abba Bivens to Yaquab, Elder Yaquab. From Elder Yaquab to Apostle Har. You know, you can say Ariah, but he was just his son. So that was Yaquab's son. So hey, you know, of course he's gonna learn. But the spirit went from what's his name? Abba Bivens, Elijah, to Mashah and Yaquab to Apostle Har. And which he has what? The pure truth. And he has the URIM and the THUMMIN. And that's been given to us too, man. Alright? That's right, man. So can you get that scripture? And the URIM and the THUMMIN were two stones that the priests used to wear in the top mantle of their breastplate. Alright? Near the ephod. And what they used to do with that is they used to cast lots, dealing with the laws or dealing with the Father's will. Okay? Alright, go ahead, brother.
Alright, this is chapter 8. The book of Exodus, chapter 28, verse 30. And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment your URIM. Alright, this is verse 30. And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment the URIM and the THUMMIN, and they shall be upon Aaron's heart when he.
So who? That's twofold, because Aaron, in this sense, represents Yahweh Shai, because he's our high priest in the heavens. Alright, so that was the sign we were supposed to look for in those times, 2,000 years ago. But today, what do we look for today? That same spirit, alright, which is a priest like Aaron that bore those the URIM and the THUMMIN. But of course, we're not wearing garments like back then, you know, ephods and all that. You know, and so what is it? It's a spiritual thing, dealing with the URIM and the THUMMIN. Alright, so we're supposed to look for any priest or camp that bears that, meaning doctrine and truth. I'm going to get straight to it. Go ahead a little bit more. I think that was it, right? On that verse. Alright, keep going.
When he goeth in before the Lord, and Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord continually.
Right, man. So he what? He going to bear that URIM and THUMMIN upon his heart, upon his mind, before Yahweh continually. And who does that? Yahweh Shai. He the one that bears that before, on his mind and on his breastplate before Yahweh. Alright? Now, who does it on earth? The one that Yahweh Shai set up. Alright, now let's get to it. Go ahead, brother.
Leviticus chapter 8, starting in verse 6.
Can somebody look up the word URIM and THUMMIN in Exodus 28 to 30? Go ahead.
Verse 6. And Moses brought Aaron and his son and washed them with water.
Right, you got to have it.
Verse 7. And he put upon him the coat and girded him with the girdle and clothed him with the robe and put the ephod upon him, and he girded him with the curious girdle of the ephod and bound it unto him therewith.
Right, ephod is what they used to wear around their waist, and they wrap it over their shoulders. You know? Hey, stay focused, yo. But he used to wrap it around his waist, they used to wrap it over their shoulder. That's called an ephod. Alright, go ahead. And it's not a woman's garment. A woman's garment is something that's tight and fitted to the curves of their body. These garments are like tunics, which is a shirt, an undershirt, or it's supposed to be like this, just open, which is set up like a square, they say, like a square ephod. Alright, and cut the middle out. It tells you how to make the garments, man. It's not women's garments. Alright, women's apparel. You got the high priest part? Right after this, go ahead.
Verse 8. And he put the breastplate upon him, Also, he put in the breastplate the URIM and the THUMMIN.
See, he put in the breastplate, he put the URIM and the THUMMIN. Alright, so that's very important in these times. These are two stones that were used to cast lots back then. To cast lots on the decisions that Yahweh would give on a certain situation. Dealing with the laws or dealing with the Father's will. Alright, go ahead.
Verse 9.
Yep, bring that power.
And he put Dimitri upon his head, also upon Dimitri, even upon his forefront.
Right, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible. We have to turn back and repent to Yahweh. And his son's name is Yahushua before World War III breaks out. You got to turn back and repent. Alright, go ahead.
Start over. And he put Dimitri upon his head.
Right, a mitri is something you wrap around your head. You know, go ahead.
Also upon Dimitri, even upon his forefront, did he put the golden plate.
Right, you can read about that in Josephus. Right, about the golden plate on the mantle of Dimitri. Right, they have the tetragrammaton, YHWH. Go ahead, the priest.
The holy crown, as the Lord Yahweh commanded Moses.
Right, and what's our holy crown today? His name. His name represents our holy crown today. Alright, our separation. Alright, go ahead. Oh, that's it. Go ahead, bro. With the high priest part.
This is Hebrews chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 14.
Yep.
Seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Yahushua, the Son of the Most High Yahweh, let us hold fast our possession. Alright? Because Yahushua is our high priest, man. He's in the heavens right now, man. That is our high priest, man. Our high priest. Alright? Because he's in the heavens right now on the right hand of the Father Yahweh. It says, For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmity. I said it right, infirmity. But was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. Alright? Because Yahushua was without sin, man. Alright? He was perfect. He was perfect in faith. He was perfect in keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best. He was imperfect in keeping the laws. Shalaki. Alright? It says, let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in a time of need, man. Because Yahushua is our high priest, man.
Right, man. He's our high priest in the heavens, which walks in the spirit of Aaron, being our high priest. Now, since the order of Melchizedek, which was Yahushua before he was born through man and woman, you know, when he was on the scene, he reset the order of the priesthood. Why? That set us up to be what? Kings and priests upon the earth. So we walk in that same spirit of Aaron now. So, but the scriptures say many are called, but few are chosen. And you judge their tree by its fruit. So how do you tell who's who? Out of all of these people, all these different doctrines. This is how. You look for the one that bears the URIM and the THUMMIN. We're going to explain what that is. Go, George. Yeah, real quick.
This is 1 Peter 2:9. You got that?
You got it? Yeah, go ahead. Same precept. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
1 Peter 2:9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people.
Right, man. So how did the Lord do that? He did that with Melchizedek. He made us the priesthood now. You see that? Go ahead, bro.
It says, that ye should show forth the praises of him who calleth you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Right. The Lord uses us to show forth his praises, man. All right, I ain't gonna go too deep into that, but go ahead. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, I need that high priest, John, in a second. Go ahead.
All right. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 7. And I'm going to start at verse 19. For the law made nothing perfect, but the bringing in of a better hope did, by the which we drew nigh unto Yahweh, in as much as no without any other he was made priest. For those priests were made without an oath, but this with an oath by him. He said unto him, the Lord swear and will not repent. Thou art a priest from even after the order of Melchizedek.
That's his bottom line, man. He broke himself down. Because he said that was Noah, right? He said Noah. It's the only prophet name he said. Is it Abraham?
No. I ain't say no.
Well, the prophets of old, they became priests without the law. You see that? So how do you become a priest without the law? Through faith. The spirit of faith that was given to Abraham, even Noah. See that? So we didn't have the laws written out yet. Now what does that represent? You know, what that represents is this right here. Go ahead with that scripture out. Canuck.
This is Hebrews 8:5. Alright, start at 4. Start at 3.
Yeah, good.
For every high priest is ordained to offer gifts and sacrifice.
Right. So every high priest is ordered. Right? He say what? Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. See that? So now that Yahweh Shai has been sent, now we have the URIM and the THUMMIN through his word, through his doctrine. That's been given to the priest. Alright? That's been given to the priest. But who? The specific priest that have the truth of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Go ahead, brother.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1.
Right.
I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon the table, that he may run that readeth it.
Right. Make it plain upon the tables. This word is real simple to understand, man. Alright? Make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. What? Run the race of truth. Run to try to wake up our people. You know? Go ahead. So he talking about the men of the children of Israel. They become the priests. But how do you decipher who has the truth? We already know how to find the spirit of Antichrist. Anybody that says that the Lord is not a so-called black man with white woolly hair, they're Antichrist, and they're goddamn demons. All right. So these are the things. You judge a tree by its fruits, and you pick the tree apart. Go ahead, good brother. So now all of this represents what? The symbolic altar that's in the heavens now, where Yahweh Shai is in the spirit, the Holy of Holies. But we have a resemblance of that upon this earth, dealing with the priesthood and dealing with the spiritual altar and the spiritual ark of Noah, right? And the spirit of faith, all right? So we have that now. Go ahead, brother. And the way Aaron would go into the up to the altar. We have that today with apostles, man. That's what I wanted to say.
Alright, it says, Wherefore it is of necessity that this man has somewhat also to offer. For if we were on earth, he should not be a priest, seeing that there are priests that offer gifts according to the law, who serve unto the example and shadow of heavenly things, as Moses was admonished of Yahweh when he was about to make the tabernacle.
Right, because just like when the Lord showed up on the scene in John chapter 1, he said he came unto his own received him not. You see that? So they was focused on the law. Of course we're going to keep the law to our best of our ability, but these cats were claiming to keep the law, the scribes and Pharisees, but they was wicked as hell. They was dealing with envy and all this bullshit. So what's going to cleanse that? Yahweh Shai, faith, hope. All right, moral values. All right, the spirit of Yahweh Shai.
It says, foresee, saith he, that thou make all things according to the pattern shown to thee in the mount.
Right. So this truth is a setup or a shadow of the altar that's in heaven now, man. You see that? All right, that was it.
Yes, that was it. I got another one.
So you still have to look for the things that deal with the altar, the oil, the Holy of Holies, the high priest, the URIM and the THUMMIN. You know, I don't want to go too far into those topics. I want to get to the point of the URIM and the THUMMIN. Isaiah 3, Habakkuk Shai. Wait, y'all have precepts too?
I was just going to ask you if you had Hebrews chapter 7, verse 1.
1 second. Go ahead.
All right, with the Antichrist?
Go ahead.
All right. This is 2 John. I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, for many deceivers are entered into the world and confess not that Yahushua HaMashiach is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver and an antichrist.
Right, man. So that's how you judge this tree by its fruit, the spirit of the antichrist, the anti-anointed. See that? The anointing is not with these people. Alright? So if you in IUIC, GOCC, ISUP, LISUPK, all these false alphabet camps, you see that? The alphabet boys, then what? You know, you don't bear the URIM and the THUMMIN. Alright? We're gonna find out what it is. I'm gonna get to that point in a second.
With the doctrine.
Go ahead.
Alright, verse 9. Whosoever transgress and abide not in the doctrine of Hamashiach have not the Most High.
Right, and that's the URIM, the doctrine. Go ahead.
He that abide in the doctrine of Yahushua, he have both the Father and the Son.
Right, man.
And it says, if there come any of you and bring not this doctrine, receive him not into your house, neither bid him in the Most High speed.
Right, don't bid him Most High speed. Why? Because you'll be a partaker with his sin. You know? Basically telling him, hey, good job, keep doing what you're doing.
Ooh.
And that'd be wrong to do, man. Go ahead, bro. Precept, it's a good time to bring him out. Go ahead, you got one? Okay. Go ahead, bring it up. I don't have that either, just let you know. Go ahead, bro.
Want me to bring it out?
Why not? Yeah.
Right.
I don't never know what you have. It might be on point too, but most likely.
It's Hebrews 7:1. For this, Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of the Most High, Yahweh, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the kings and blessed him.
Right.
I
don't want to get too deep in it, but that was the war that happened with the Africans, with Abraham, man. You know, when Abraham went to go free Lot from these damn Hamites, these Canaanites, and when he was on his way back, he ran into Yahushua. All right, go ahead.
All right, so to whom also Abraham gave a 10th part of all, first being by interpretation king of righteousness.
Right, king of righteousness, that's Yahushua. And also, what did he say? He gave him tithes. He tithed unto him, man. Go ahead.
All right.
And anyway, go ahead. And the funny thing is, he wouldn't take the blessing. Abraham wouldn't take a gift from that damn Hamite. The Canaanite king wanted to give Abraham everything. And he said, no, just take care of my people. And when Abraham kept walking, he ran into Yahushua. And that's when the angel Yahushua said, hey, I got a blessing for you. He took it from him. He didn't take it from these damn Hamites. Go ahead.
It says, come on, bro. And after that, king of Salem, which is king of peace, without father, without mother, without descent, having neither being beginning of days nor end of life, but made like unto a son of Yahweh, abideth a priest continually.
Right, man. That's talking about Yahushua, man. You know? That's clearly talking about Yahushua. So that just clarify the point. When Melchizedek was sent, he was sent to reestablish or change the order of the priesthood. And what? The scriptures say that he's the author of his own salvation. And say he bears the writer's inkhorn in his hand. So he set up the priesthood for himself because he knew he was going to be born through the tribe of Judah, according to prophecy.
Because he set up the priesthood before, he changed the priesthood before it was even set up.
Yep.
That shows you the author of his own salvation.
That's right. So whatever priest is set up upon this earth, so he told Peter, he said, upon this rock shall I build my church. And that was 2,000 years ago. So in these times, you're going to have somebody that's in that spirit. You know, it starts with Apostle Hard, man, bearing the doctrine and truth, just like Paul did. What is that Paul said to the law, I'm a Pharisee? According to the law, what's that? Romans 11?
I'm a Pharisee, I'm a Pharisee?
Yeah. Somebody got that?
Law of Pharisee. If y'all can pull out your phone, you have to
Yeah, man, anytime I say that, just grab it.